Hello everyone. In this video I'll be solving Cambridge A-Level Information Technology paper 4 for February-March 2022. I'm solving task 3, which is spreadsheet task. Task 1 and task 2 have already been uploaded. You can find the link in the description. Task 3, create this layout in a spreadsheet application. We have to create this layout in a spreadsheet application. I'll just copy this to see how the layout looks. So you can see the first row is hidden here. Let's make it this way. And in the second row, column A and B are merged. We have to enter the following text. It should be vertically aligned in this middle, so we can click here, and it must be red color, which is bold. Now here we have to type totals. Number of simulations, the word keep on one line, and chosen box wins. So all these should be in the middle, and you can see the text is wrapped. So let's select all the cells horizontally and vertically, center align, and we can give wrap text. In this one, number of simulations, number of is on one line and simulations on the next line. So increase the width a little bit. If you observe, all of the columns have the same width. So let's give a width of 15 approximately. So I have given 13. After keep, the word should come down. So I'll keep the cursor after this one and press Alt and Enter. Same way, press Alt and Enter. The word keep should be red color and bold. Same way, swap should be red color and bold. and we have to give a thick border for this. So go to borders, all borders. We need to make it a thick border, so go to more borders, select the thick border and give outline and inside, give OK. So we get this way. Same way we have to give a thick border for this. So now I have made the complete layout as given in the question. We have to make sure all text to 11 point sans serif font. So I have set all the text to 11 and let's set it to Arial. The case and color of all the text as shown. The rows 2 and 5 to the same height. All text to display as shown. Rows 2 and 5 should be same height. So for row 2 the row height is, let's make it 52. So same height should be given for row 5 also. Row height 52. And we have to add the number 100 here, which should be center aligned. So this is the required layout. Save the spreadsheet as probability simulation followed by your center number and candidate number. So let's save this. Save as an Excel workbook. Using this spreadsheet, you are going to run a probability simulation. There are 3 boxes in which there is a gift. Gift is hidden and the player will guess the box in which gift is there. So the player can choose any one of this and the one who hid the gift will open and one of the 2 boxes not chosen by the player. The person who hid the gift always opens a box that does not contain the gift. For example, if the gift is in box 1 and the player chooses box 2, then box 3 is opened and removed. The player then chooses whether to keep the same box or to swap the other unopened box. So this is what the probability simulation is. So we need to do the steps accordingly. In cells A6 and B6 in your spreadsheet, enter formulae to display randomly generated numbers 1, 2 or 3. So we need to generate random numbers 1, 2 or 3 in cell A6. So we are going to use a function called randBetween. RandBetween is a function which has 2 parameters, bottom and top. We can type the bottom value and the top value. So randomly numbers will be generated. So here our bottom value is 1 and the top value is 3. So any value between 1 and 3 will be generated. These numbers are not static and it will change consistently. Same way in cells C6 and D6 enter formula, in B6 we have to enter the same formula. You can copy and paste the formula. You can see it's changing randomly. Let it be center aligned as shown in the question. In C6 and D6 enter a formula to display whether the player wins or loses the gift. So that means this is the box with the gift, the number is 1 and the box chosen. If it is also 1, then only the player wins. That means he will keep the box. So he will win if he keep the box, and that the condition is if these numbers are equal. So we will give equal to if the value in this cell is equal to the value in this cell, then the player wins. So we'll give the message win. Yes, win. Otherwise we have to display lose. So you can see the numbers are different here, so the message lose is showing. Make it center aligned. So this is the formula. If A6 equal to B6, win, otherwise lose. Now swap to other box. If these are not equal only, the player will choose to swap to other box. That means if these are equal, in this case it is a loss, otherwise it will be a win for the player. So if these are equal, the other case of this if formula, if it is equal, it will be a loss, and otherwise win. So let's give if this equal to this one. If it's equal, loss, otherwise win. Replicate A6 to D6, so there are 1500 simulations. So this is in the 6th row. So for 1500 simulations, we need to replicate till 1505. $1,505. So there are 1500 simulations now. Next, in cell F7, enter a formula to increase the number of simulations by 100. So you can see in cell F6 we have already entered 100. So here we have to get the simulation increased by 100 more. So each cell has to increment by 100. So we can enter a formula equal to this cell plus 100. So we got 200 here. Replicate the formula to reach 1500 simulations. Make it center aligned. Now let's replicate till we get 1500. Now in cell G6, enter a formula to display the total number of wins for the keep strategy for 100 simulations. So we need to find the number of wins for the keep strategy. That means in this column, for 100 simulations, how many wins are there, that we have to find here. So we have to use a countif function here. And the range will be from C6 till C105 to get 100 simulations. And in this cell, it will be from C6 till C205 to get the number of wins for 200 simulations. And in this one, it will be C6 to 305. So this is the order. So we need a replicable formula. The formula that has to be entered here is countif. The range is from here, from C6 till C105 so that we get the first 100 simulations, and the criteria is win. So you can see this is the formula. In this cell, in order to get the 200 simulation, we have to give 205. So in order to get a replicable formula, you can understand that it starts from 6 and ends with 105, means the number of simulations plus 5. So we need to refer to the cell C105 in this. Next one, it should be C205, which is 200 plus 5, because we started in row 6. So we have to set a replicable formula which will show in this. Before doing the formula, we have to use a indirect function. Indirect function is used in this way. Indirect function is used to refer to the reference of a cell. For example, if I give C and a particular number 7, so this will refer to the value C7. So you will get the contents of cell C7 here. So you can see C7 has the value win, and that is shown here. So it will get the value from there. So in order to use the reference in a fixed manner, I will use COUNTIF. The range is C6 to C6 to C105. So for that, I will give an indirect function here. Indirect. C will be in double inverted comma, and we need 105. 105 means this cell plus 5. So this is the range. And C6 must be absolute, because always it starts with C6. So I will set it with $sign C6. And the criteria is win. Give OK. So now you can see this is how the formula is set. So this means C F6 plus 5 means F6, the contents of F6 is 100. 100 plus 5, 105. So C, this will range from C6 to C105. And now we can replicate this formula. This will be C205. And it goes on this way. So this is how we entered the formula here. So we have used a COUNTIF function, and since the ranges always starts with C6 and increase by 100, so we have given 100 plus 5, because we started with row 6, so it will end at 100 simulation will end at 105. Same way here, this is F7 means 200, so it will end at C205. In cell H6, enter a formula to display the total number of wins for the swap strategy for 100 simulations. So similar formula we have to enter, but only the range will change to this column. So we'll enter a similar formula here, equals COUNTIF. It should be from the swap column. So I'll use the same formula here, indirect. We have to give D in double quotes, and We need to get 105, so this cell plus 5. And the criteria is win. So you got the value here. You can replicate this. So this is the formula. Similar formula as we done in the previous step, but only the range will change. Please note that these values will be randomly changing according to the random value chosen here. But always the sum of these two values should add up to the number of simulations. Next, in cell I6, enter a formula to display the percentage number of wins for the swap strategy for 100 simulations. So we need to find the percentage of wins for the swap strategy. So this is the number of wins for swap strategy, and this is the total number of simulations. So we can just give equals this divided by the total number of simulations. Let's set it to percentage. So the number of wins for swap strategy divided by the total number of simulations. Now you can replicate this. Display the data for the number of simulations in each cell in the range G7 to I20. So we have displayed everything till G7 to I20. In cells F3 to I3, enter formula to display the totals for the 1500 simulations. So here you can give equals. This is for the total 1500 simulations. So we can give the same formula, COUNTIF. The range will be from C6 to C105, C1505. This is the total range, and the criteria is win. So we got the total number of simulations for the win strategy for keep the chosen box. Same way, equals COUNTIF. For the swap strategy, we have to choose the range D6 to the total range is still this row 1505, comma, the strategy is win. So this is the formula. So the total number of simulations we can give equals this plus this value, so that it adds up to 1500. Percentage of wins if swapped. So we have the number of wins for swap here, and this is the total number of simulations. So let's give equals this divided by this value, so that we get the percentage. Set it as percentage. Let's set all these as center aligned as given in the question. So this is the end of the spreadsheet task, and the completed spreadsheet looks like this. We have win and lose for all the 1500 simulations, and this is the summarized data here. Next task is the web programming task, which will be done in another video. You can find the link in the description for the graphics, animation and web programming. Thank you for now.